Park here in Amarillo, and I wanted to share with everybody this super cool, miraculous car story. So we have we had two vehicles, a van and a car, and we decided that we wanted a four-wheel drive vehicle for out in Arizona. So we were looking around and we actually ended up finding one in California where Jonathan's parents live, and his dad went and picked it up for us. So then we had three cars, one car in California, our van, and our car. Well, we ended up selling our van, and so what we were left with was our one car, and we were just going to, don't do that right now. And so we were going to drive the car out, and then Jonathan drives the moving truck. We'll get to Arizona, drop off the moving truck, drive out to California, pick up our four-wheel drive car, and then leave our little small car there for his dad to sell and go back to Arizona with our four-wheel drive vehicle. Easy, right? Well, our car, we sold our van, we were down to just our car the week before moving. And Tuesday morning, we were going to move on Friday. Tuesday morning, the boys and I went down to Detroit with some friends to go to the Henry Ford Museum, and we got down there. It's like an hour and 20 minutes down there, an hour and 20 minutes back. I was in Flint picking up some things before our move, and I go to start the car, and guess what? The car doesn't start. Well, it does, but it won't. It just wasn't working right. So we ended up pulling over to a Rite Aid and calling a tow truck, and Mary came and picked up my boys and took them home, and I waited for the tow truck, and we got the car up to Dave's, our mechanic friend, and he spent the next couple days looking at it and calling around and getting parts and everything. And long story short, the day before we were to move on Thursday afternoon, he said it's going to cost about $1,000, and when you sell it, we'll be lucky to get $2,000 for it. And so we were like, that's not going to happen. So we asked him, we said, well, would you take it off our hands for us? Can we sign the title over to you? And he said, yeah. So then we're like, okay, how are we going to do this? Because we only have our moving truck, and there's not enough seats in it for all four of us. So we ended up figuring out how much it would cost to rent a car. And so that's how we have the car we have now. It's a rental car, and it's getting really good gas mileage. It's getting 35 to 40 miles per gallon. They upgraded me to a bigger vehicle, and so that's how we have the car we have. But here's the cool thing, that even though it was crazy last minute, even though it felt like a bunch of hiccups in the road and could have been really stressful, we just kept focusing on what does God want us to do, and what is his leading, what is his direction. And you know, when you look back, that car could have broken down in Detroit, where I was an hour and a half away from home. It could have broken down on our road trip in the middle of a snowstorm or a blizzard, or in the middle of Amarillo, Texas, but it didn't. It broke down exactly when it should have. It got to a mechanic. It cost so much, praise the Lord, that there was no question as to whether we should fix it or not. And we have a rental car to take out to California to get our car that's waiting for us. So God is just absolutely amazing in how he's worked out our car situation. And it couldn't be better. We don't have to worry about it, and he's got this. He's taking care of us, and we're just taking it all in stride and praising him for what he is doing. So we just wanted to share that story with you. I know it was a little long, but it was really cool because it was just confirmation of we're doing what he wants us to do, we're going where he wants us to go, and he's taking care of us.
That's how high we climbed. The Rocky's going down. And there's a walk here.
Be careful near the cliff, guys. Aiden, don't get too close. There's a cliff. That's a cliff. I wouldn't go down there if I were you.
I will.
Okay, there's consequences. Not my consequences. Consequences of gravity.
Whoa. There's a high hill.
So where are all these tracks around here?
Dune buggy. And we're gonna get down here.
This looks like a really fun place to ride around, doesn't it?
Yep, it can. I'm gonna pick some flowers. Yeah, for Mom.
Here, there's some more down there, guys. Actually, these are big. Here we are in Arizona, sipping on Dasani sparkling water, and
Berry flavor.
berry flavor. Yeah, so I decided to try a little bit to remind myself why I don't like sparkling water, and it brought back all sorts of memories. When you first take a sip, it's like this berry flavor, like, ooh, this could be good, and then that tingling sensation of the carbonation hits your tongue and you're like, wow, this is exciting, and then you're left with this nasty taste in your mouth. I think, why did I just drink that? So why do we drink that?
Because it doesn't have any sugar in it. It's a treat and special. I have no idea.
Daddy.
What do you think, Aiden?
And Daddy does not like it.
What do you think about it, Aiden?
Daddy does not like it, but Mommy does like it.
It's bubbly? What do you think? Yes, that's it. What do you think about it?
It's good.
It's good? What about it is good, in your opinion?
All of it. See?
I think he's faking it.
No, he's not. He likes it.
I do like it. I actually do, see? That's the long way.
Actually, this one doesn't taste very good. Honestly, it doesn't taste very good.
Thank you. Someone's finally honest about
But
this.
there are other ones that have better flavor, like the orange one. That one's really good. Or
Okay.
cherry. But I thought, berry, it should taste good, but I'm not a big fan of this kind
No.
of berry.
I'm a big fan.
I'll take water. Thank you very much. Aiden! Why are you giving him your shoe?
Here's my shoe.
I don't think he likes to eat shoes. Oh, cucumber peelings. Oh, yes. Probably doesn't get that too often. Yeah.
Up here. Oh. I got a little bit of rush. Up here. Up here. Up here. Up here. Up here. you ready? Sweet wheels. Sweet wheels. Sweet wheels. Sweet wheels. Sweet wheels. That was funny.
Well, we are probably about 20 miles maybe from Bakersfield, and we have a flat tire. So, we were driving along, and there was this massive pothole that I couldn't avoid. And we hit the pothole, and about, I don't know, a tenth of a mile up the road, there was a car on the side of the road with a flat tire. And I looked at Jonathan and I said, do you think we have a flat tire? And all of a sudden you feel that doot, 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 doot. And the little button or the little thing is saying, tire pressure low, add air. Wouldn't we love to do that? So we pulled over and look at, let me see, that guy has a flat tire. He said there's been like 5 people that are sitting here with flat tires because of that pothole. So, but we are in the prettiest place probably in California.
High up.
It's very pretty. We're up high overlooking the cows and the valley. And you know what?
And we're
Just gonna go with it. It is what it is. What do you think of it?
I'm tired.
Yeah, they just woke up from a nap. So, yeah. Okay. So we are at the airport and we are going to exchange our vehicles because one had the flat tire. So we put the donut on. This is our old rental car. This is our new one.
Hi, Mommy.
Hello. Look at you guys.
It's a smoky car.
That's a rental car.
That's a rental car that has a flat tire.
This is the one they gave us.
But it reeks of smoke.
Reeks of cigarette smoke.
So she said.
So she came out right as we're almost done packing it. Said she'd give us this one.
The SUV.
The brown SUV.
And so what did we say?
Absolutely. Please. Yes. Please and thank you. Here at Jonathan's parents' house in Atascadero, California. It was about an 8-hour drive today. We were able to stop and see his Aunt Pat in Lake Havasu City on our way. So that was nice to see her. She's never met the boys, and it's been years since we've been able to see her. So that was nice to see her. We are going to return our rental car tomorrow, and we've had some unexpected bloopers with our new car. So I'll talk more about that tomorrow because it's really late and I'm exhausted. Today was one of those days where you're like, I'm ready to be done.
So I'm glad we're done for a little while. But anyway, thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for following and keeping up with us on our journeys. I think the next video I'll do will probably be either Sunday night or Monday, so that I do one of our time being here. So anyway, many blessings to you all. It's so neat to hear from you and to know that you're praying for us. And we've been needing those prayers. The boys were having a rough time today in the car. Like, being real with you, there were some rough times. And then, of course, when we switch out the rental cars, they tell us that Jonathan, because he's married to me, could have been driving all along because we're with Hertz. I was like, why didn't you tell me that 2,000 miles ago? But the other lady was adamant that if we added another driver, it was going to cost a lot of money each day that we added them. So, whatever. Jonathan drove the last couple hours to get here from Bakersfield, so we're here. We love you all. Keep us in your prayers, and we're praying for you, and we'll keep you updated.